Morning, everyone. My word, this work session has gotten off to a bit of a crazy start. Having issues with Hangouts, and then they start talking about 64-bit and 32-bit, and my eyes roll in the back of my head. I have no idea what they're talking about, but I will have to figure it out later because I wanted to get this work session in. What I wanted to talk about today, what I want to go through today, is about images and being visual beings that we are. How important images are. But I don't want you to get in trouble for the images that you're using. You know, a friend of mine is currently going through a lawsuit over an image that he pulled off the internet and decided to use in a blog post, and the owners of the original image, took umbrage to that and took him to court. So there is a right way and a wrong way to find your images, so let's talk about that today, and we'll go through different ways you can use your images and find images and how to get noticed and get a little traction on social media the way that you use images. All right, so I'm going to get off my beautiful face and hit the share button so y'all can see my screen. Okay. All right, so I'm hoping that you can see it. Let's see here. Okay, the first thing when you're talking about images, there's quite a few different ways that you can find images. You can go to Google and do a little bit more of a clear search than, let's see here, go to images, maybe not images, let's see, more, where did that thing go here? Hang on a minute. And there's no, okay, I just did this morning and it was perfectly fine. Okay, let's see. You want to make your images related to or to bring out the theme of your blog post. So say you're doing a blog post about freedom. Like you might want to do like search for freedom. Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Now we're going to go to images, but what we're going to do is we're going to come over here and we're going to go to advanced search, okay? And we're going to scroll down and we're going to choose usage rights down here. We're going to say free to use or share. And if you're doing it on a blog post about money, I would say even commercially, okay? So then we're going to go ahead and click advanced search. And now you know that it's okay for you to use these posts because these are the ones that have been noted that it's free to use them. Okay, so you can maybe, that's kind of cool. You just kind of search around until you find what you're looking for. And you'll know when you find something, you want the, oh, that's cool. You want the image to produce the feeling that you're trying to get together in your post. So, if you're talking about, freedom for money and freedom in your life, this might not be the perfect image because that's not really the feeling that you're trying to evoke. Okay, let's go back to the other images here. But this one might be. If you're talking about being free to like spread your wings and fly, this would be a perfect image for that post. So then all you're going to want to do is just right click and save image as. Okay. Okay. And there you have it, and you can use it in your blog post. Okay, so that's definitely one easy way. That is a great image. One way that you can find images. Another way, if you want to be like even a little safer, is to go to freedigitalphotos.net. Now this is a place where you can get, high quality images and you can get them for free. You have to create an account and it will ask you for your credit card number, but they don't charge you. They just do it to make sure they have, that they verify your account. So you can come here and you can, like, let's see, freedom. They're going to give you different images, sizes, and the smaller sizes are free. They're not this small, but once you get them, like, they're going to be perfect for blog size and stuff like that. But you'll see that there's tons and tons of options here, and you'll just be able to download them once you've created your account. Oh, I like that one. That's kind of nice. But you'll see that these are quite similar to a lot of the paid sites, but you'll just, they're free, and if you decide to use one of these, the criteria is that you have to link back to this site so that people know this is where you got your images from. And it's as simple as, you know, just writing photo : freedigitalphotos.net, you know, and then making that a link and then linking back to this site right here. One other place that you can go for images, and this is where I got the image for the live work session today, is morguefile.com. Okay, now this, you have to be a little bit careful here because they do have some paid sites here, but if you stick to the Morguefile tab, then you're going to be fine, and you'll just pull up free ones, and you just choose the one you want. Let's see if I can find that one I used today. There it is right here. See, and then you just click on it, and then there'll be a download button. And then just download the image. And it'll be on your computer, and then you'll be able to use it wherever and whenever you want. I do not believe that there, let's see here. Yeah, it just goes straight to download. Oh, great. Now I've cut it twice on my computer. And I don't believe that they have that you need to link back, but it's always a nice idea to give credit where credit is due. Okay, so here are 3 different places where you can, and the other place is you can go to Flickr, and it's much like Google. When you're going to do this, though, you need to make sure that you're finding images that are of the right type. Oh, now see this Getty collection, you need to be really careful with them because those are the people who will come after you if you do not, if you're using their image. Let's see. Interesting. They've rearranged Flickr since I've been over here last time. Okay. You also need to link back to these when you use Flickr. Here you go. And here's all the information about different things about the comments. But you see these are no known copyright restrictions. Anyone can see this photo. Okay? So you should be able to use all of these photos in here. And again, it's nice to link back because then people know where you got your photos at, and you can help people learn how to put amazing images in their blog posts and use them on their social media as well. But I would say this is becoming a really big deal to make sure that your images are, you know, are not copyrighted. So go through here and read some of this stuff, bone up a little bit, not during your, you know, income producing activity time, but on the side time, you know, find out a little bit more about what it means to have a copyright photo and what photos you can really use. All right, so let's start using these images here. Okay. When you're going to use them in a blog post, that's awesome. You always want to have a great image, a great image in your blog post. That's my friend Tracy. But when you come to social media, when you use just like the link, whether you're using Social Media Bar, the link straight from your blog or wherever, when you're using that link, it's going to pull up like a little square box. And you're going to see, let's see here if I can find one now. You see how these images, these big images, really grab your attention? They really kind of pull you in and make you want to look at what's going on. And here, you know, this is a little bit smaller. That's a video, but it's kind of the same thing when you do a blog post. Wow, people are on it today. Here we go. See, this is like a blog post. And this is a small, you know, image and then the link. But look up here. Let's see here. I saw one earlier. Here, look at this. Like, doesn't this really grab your attention? You don't necessarily know that it's like a blog post link until you stop to look and see what it's about. And then you're like, oh my God, I totally want that recipe. Bam, you click. It's a different feeling. I can't stress enough. Oh, that looks really good. Anyway, okay, yeah. I can't stress enough that a huge part of what you're doing on social media is creating a feeling. You want people to feel good. You want people to feel excited. You want people to feel lifted up. Because when people feel like that, they're more likely to go do great things. So I know I don't have to say, but don't complain on your Facebook. Please just don't do that. Don't complain, don't bitch, don't, talk about how the world's crumbling in. Uplift people, because people are going to want to know more about you when you make them feel good. And your images can do that. If we had a little blog post about feeling good and learning how to step off the cliff and let your wings fly open. Can you, whoop, wrong one. Can you imagine if, I didn't download that one, did I? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Imagine if you had this image. Like, that image brings about an emotion. And if you had a little blurb about, don't you think it's time that you jump to see if your wings will support you? Or don't you think it's time that you let your wings, come out and fly? And then you saw this image. I know that people are going to be much more likely to click your link because they've got a feeling, they've got some hope. They've got hope that they've got wings. And they've got hope that maybe you're going to show them how to use those wings and how to let them out. Does that make sense? So images are huge. You've really got to use these images. And the way Facebook is going, look how big these images are. Even if you go to like your profile page, look how enormous these images are. Like, this is so much different. I mean, look at how that works. You see what I'm saying here? Like, that image captures your attention. And then they're like, oh, well, now she's letting secrets out. Let me click through and see what that's about. You see what I'm talking about here? Images on social media are everything. So please, just make sure you take the extra couple minutes and you use them. It doesn't take long to go find an image and to download it. The other thing that you can do is create your own. Some of these, let's see, these kind of images, they're super simple to make. You just, go find an image and then use a little service like PicMonkey.com and then pull up the image and then write some words on top of it. That becomes, and then you can always, write down here. I didn't do this one myself, but you could put your URL down here to your blog or to your capture page or wherever you want people to go to learn more about you. So then not only are you inspiring people, but you are giving them a way to see more about you and to learn more about what you do and how they can do it too. Okay, the same holds true on Google+. And maybe even more. Because look at this. More food. Do you see that I follow lots of food people? Yeah, but look at this. How amazing is that? I'm like, oh, hell yeah, I want to know what that's about. Bam, and I'm clicking the link. Now look over here. This is another blog post. Custom content. And the way that Google Plus shows your links when you pull them just directly from your blog or you just put the link in, it looks like crap. I mean, it's just like the title, the link, and then like whatever image that you have. Now, Lisa Stoops is awesome, don't get me wrong, but I'm just showing you the difference between using just the direct link to pull in the image and the content versus using your own image and then letting the link stay in the description. Now, to do this, you've got to come up here, and instead of just putting your link here, you've got to add a photo. Okay, add the photo first. Let's see here. Add a photo first. Look. Oh, my silly computer. Here we go. See, and then right here I can say, see, but then you get to, instead of pulling up the image and the title from the link, it's going to show your picture instead. So let's see here. Share. Boom. See, the link is still clickable and it's still there, but now they've got this really cool image to create a feeling. And when people are starting to feel, they're more likely to start clicking. That's just how it is. Okay, so if you're, here's one, my good friend Frank, one of my teammates, and he just pulled in the link. This is an amazing image, but I can't really see it. If he just had the link here and this bigger image, people might be more likely to click through. It takes an extra minute, but it's totally worth it. See here, glazed pearl onions. See, and then the link is right there. And then you can always add in some hashtags here on Google Plus and now on Facebook as well to help people see. Look, if you looked up quick and easy recipes, this is the hashtag for quick and easy recipes. Look at all these recipes that are popping up. And if people go in, and people do go in, even if they just did what I did, was click on the hashtag that was right there to find out more about, find more of those things. If you have that hashtag on your post, you're going to show up here when somebody searches that hashtag. So you're going to get traffic, you're going to get eyes inadvertently just by using some hashtags, especially on Google Plus and now on Facebook too. Oh, I'm getting hungry. I haven't had breakfast yet. I need to get off this page. Okay. So, do you guys see how important it is to use images and to try to make your images... Here, I'm going to switch back to me now. Maybe. Oh, stop. There we go. Ha! Figuring it out. So do you see how important it is to use your images and to make your images congruent, not just with the topic that you're talking about, but with the feeling that you want people to have when they read that post? Feeling is just more important than I can even tell you. It is so important. So when you're writing your blog posts, I just was having a conversation with someone the other day about this. Facts tell, but stories sell. Stories evoke emotion. Facts just give you information. But if information's not enough, generally, to make a sale, people can get information anywhere. If you want people to buy from you or to read your blog, to connect with you, to subscribe to your YouTube channel, you've got to make people feel. You've got to give people a reason, and feeling good is a great reason to continue following you and to look forward to everything that you post, whether it's on Facebook or your blog or Google+. It's the feeling behind the words that makes people come back for more. And images are what do that a lot of times. That if you have like a nice, big, gorgeous, feeling-provoking image at the top of your post, people are more likely to continue reading because they want to know more about how to get more of that feeling that you brought out with that image. So you've got a few places to find images now. Make sure you use those images in your posts. And I'll just say, if you're having issues, I'm going to go back here for a second to screen share. If you're having issues with your, just on EN right now, until the big, the big relaunch, people are having some issues with their images. What you can do is go to Photo Bucket. You could probably do it on Flickr too. I just happen to use Photo Bucket. And you can upload your images here. Okay, let's see here, like this one. Click on it. And usually when you do this, like if you use Photo Bucket to create a social media bar or a prosperity link, you just use the direct link. But if you want to use it in your blog post, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to grab the HTML version. Okay, here, let me open up a note here. Okay, and this is what you're going to get. Oh, you're going to get this when you're going to have to go to the text part, not just in the screen, or just not the front part, but you're going to have to go to text where you can see the HTML to stick this in. But what you can do is this first link right here, this is actually where it's going to go when someone clicks on it. So you can put in your opt-in page, and then when you put this code in your blog, then it's going to show the image, but it's also going to, when someone clicks on it, they're going to go to your opt-in page or wherever it is that you want them to go. So if you're having issues with your images disappearing for some reason, you know, it's going to be killer here in a couple months, and it's going to be so much easier to do. But for right now, if you're having issues, especially if you're using like your visual call to action, go ahead and host it here on PhotoBucket, and then just grab the HTML here and then change that first link right there to your opt-in form, and then stick it in your blog. Let's see if I can. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so like add new post. Now, once you've got that code and you've changed the link, you can just change it in the back, but you're going to want to go to text here and then input that. I don't know what that's about. And then you can just change it right here. Once you do that, you can just come in, grab that first link, take it out, and put your opt-in page right there. Okay, see, and then when you go back, there's your image, and it'll be clickable when someone clicks on it. Okay? So I hope that, I know people have been a little bit freaked out about some image issues on the blog. This is the easiest way to overcome that issue, is just host your image somewhere else, and so that, especially with your call to action, so that you can make sure that your image is always going to be there, and it's going to be cool and clickable and all that stuff. Okay. All right. So I hope we've solved a couple problems here. I hope that you understand how important it is to use images, use gorgeous images, the best images you can find. And you don't have to pay for them. I didn't pay for any of the images I found today. You can get great images for free. You can create your own images for free, but use images. And the bigger the image you can use, that's not what I mean. Because you don't want to use huge images, like size-wise, because then they'll get broken up and you won't see the whole thing. On Facebook, you want to use images that are about 450 pixels across. And on Google+, they kind of size it for you, so you don't have to worry about it so much. But those on Facebook, you want to keep your images about 450 so that the whole thing will show up, whether it's on a page or on a profile or wherever. But think about, this is kind of my challenge to you for this next week, is think about what kind of emotion you want to pull out of people when they read your post, whether it's on Facebook or a blog post or wherever. What do you want to make people feel? Why are you posting? Why are you putting something up? It's so important to understand why you're doing something and have a crystal clear reason why you're doing something. And if you're trying to make someone inspired, feel good, lift them up, great, that's awesome. Then make sure that you have an image that's going to help you in that task. Make sure the image that you're sharing, along with your words, is going to help people feel what you want them to feel. So go into this next week. I know it's Friday and we're coming up on a weekend. It gives you time to think and plan and scheme a little bit. Go into this next week planning with the intention to make people feel. Everything that you do on the internet, you want to make people feel something. It's up to you to decide what you want them to feel, and it's up to you to find the images and the words to help you, help create that feeling in people. But that is my challenge to you this week. Make people feel. Okay, so I'm going to go now. We are going to get ready to go to the pool this afternoon. Hopefully it will stop raining. But if you have any questions, I know this wasn't exactly a live work session. If you have questions, feel free to ask them below this video, either on my YouTube channel or on the post where I'm going to put it, and I will come back and keep checking in to see if you have any questions, and I will answer them for you. All right, so stay tuned. I will be doing something live every week, whether it's a work session or a hangout, if I can figure out how to make my hangouts work again. But I will be here for you, and we're going to do it together. Okay, so if you want to work directly with me, I'm currently I keep getting a lot of requests to do coaching, personal coaching. I am not doing any personal coaching outside of my Empower team. So the only way that you can get my personalized attention is to be on my Empower team, and it's super easy and it's not that expensive. My real coaching that I did before I joined Empower was like a mega times more expensive than this. So if you want some personal coaching, I am happy to assist you, but you need to be on my team. So I'm sure at some point there is a link somewhere on this page that you can click and you can join, and then we can work together. Okay? All right. Well, I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, and I will see you next week. Talk to you later.